Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome, students. Today we are going to solve March 18 question paper, and we are going to solve question number 4A and 4B, which are actually the JavaScript questions. Okay, the question says that Alice wants customers to be able to create an account with 3 side holidays. She wants them to create an account using a web page. Using the file account.html, create a web page to meet the following requirements. Okay, what is the requirement? It says that when the generate username button is clicked, a username for the customer is generated below the button. Okay, the customer's username must be their forename, their surname, and the year of their birth joined together. When the submit password button is clicked, the page must be rewritten to display one of the following messages. If the password matches, the text "Your password has been set" must be displayed. If the password do not match, then "Your password did not match, please try again" must be displayed. Program comments must be added to annotate each requirement. So this is a 20-mark question, and first of all, I would like to mention here that if it's saying that program comments must be added to annotate each requirement, so wherever they are required means the first requirement is that when the generate username button is clicked, username for the customer is generated below the button. So we have to annotate comments. We have to write the comments on the JavaScript code. Okay, for that we open the file, which is here, the account. This is the file. If you click here, that means it says if you click here, it should generate the password over here, and if you click the submit password, it should generate the password. So we will open this file. In the file, okay, I have already opened this file here. So this is the file. So what they have given us is the text boxes for the first name, surname, date of birth. They have given the generate username. Again, they have given enter password and reconfirm password and submit password button. So that means this all is here. If you see that this is the portion, guys, I'm going to not only solve the question paper, but I would try to explain you guys important steps so you can understand that what actually is happening and what is required. So for the next time you can try yourself and solve the paper. So it's not only the solving the paper, but I'm going to give you some detailed explanation as well. So please don't mind, video could be a little bit longer. Okay, so the first name is here. It's giving first name, input text box is here, input type, surname here, and input type, date, ID, date of birth is here. So they have created the text boxes with the type text, two text boxes, because we are going to enter text in these. And the third one is the type is date, because it's a date format, and ID is DOB. Okay, so and they have called a function on a button which is known as generate username, and they have called on click, they have called a function username, and they have created a span ID with username. Span ID is basically has this element has no effect on the code, but actually it is used to combine or collect the different elements of code, so at once you can operate them. So it on itself, it has no function. So same here, you can see the span ID message is generated to combine this code, and here also to combine this code. So one thing is obvious in this, that as the question is mentioning, that when it is question says that when it clicked on the username button, then the password username should generate, which is the combination of forename, surname, and the date of birth. So here they have called a function gen username. So what we have to do is we have to create a function with the name gen username, which will having the code whenever we will generate the user, we will click on the generate username button. That code will generate, combine the first name or forename or surname and date of birth, and will display next to the generate username button the new username of the user. Clear? So this is clear. Now we'll go to the head part and we will create a script and we will close script. Okay, when you do this, okay, first of all, what we have to do, we have to create a function, and function with the name as it is there, gen username. Function is created. Okay, what this function should, this function should get the value from the user of the first name, surname, date of birth, and when it clicked this button, this function should generate the new username. So this is, in simple words, is our question. So I have created function username one. More thing, you students, you have to be you have to keep this in your mind, that don't try the full code after writing the full code and then you try it. Always break up your codes into small pieces and try it bit by bit. So first one instruction, write it down, see that it's functioning or not. If it's functioning, then go to the next step. If that is function, then go to the next step, and then bit by bit you can build up your program. So rather than writing the whole code and then try it and then you find out at the finally, okay, it's not working, then it will be difficult for you guys to find out the errors. So what we are going to do is, okay, function gen username is generated. Now we are going to create the variable var fname. Why I'm creating variable? Because I have to store the value whatsoever the text value would be given by the user. I have to take that value, and how I would take that value, we will take through the document dot get element by id, and id is you can see guys that when I wrote the document get element by id and brackets open, so it is giving all possible IDs. Whatever the IDs we have wrote in our program is there. So what ID we need is the F name. So you can click on it or you can write on it. If you're writing the program on any other editor or you're writing on Notepad, so then you will have to write. Otherwise, the Dreamweaver can help you in writing this one. Dot value semicolon. So what is this? This is to take the value from the text box. Okay, so Before writing the surname, I would like to see that if it's my program logic is right or not and it's functioning or not. So what I will do, I will not create the second function, not second variable, not the third one. I will just write the first one and see that my logic is working, and if it's working, then I will build up my program further, which is very easy. So this is done, and as they have asked you to set the they have asked us to write the comments also, so set the variable for each input. That is done. Now I'm going to set the empty span. Okay, why I'm putting empty span? Because I don't want to avoid, I want actually to avoid the default reload. I want always to be fresh reload, so I want the empty span. So for empty span, what is the code? You will write document dot get element by id, sorry, get element by id, curly brackets, string, and its username. Yes, the span name is a username, so we are using that span. Dot inner html is equal to empty and the semicolon. Now this is set. Now we will set the conditional, no, we'll check, we'll uh, make sure that text is entered in the text boxes. Okay, text boxes. So any idea how we would do that? Yes, we can do in a way that we will write if fname is equal to empty. You can use the both double quotes or the single quotes, it doesn't matter. So if name is empty, then what you will do, you will write an alert. Alert says that okay, please enter fname or first name or forename, so whatsoever is the demand. So semicolon, else, because I'm just checking it, so I will just write else what we want, else we want that create a variable name username is equal to fname and fname and document dot get element by id username dot inner html equal to username. Okay, so this is done, the script is closed. We clicked over here, you can see that when I click the generate username without entering the text, it is saying please enter the first name. So that means my code is working, my logic is correct. So let's say if I write the first name as let's say Alan. So as Alan, after writing Alan, I generate the username, and you can see the password is generated, which is Alan. Now it is very easy for you guys to write down the rest of the code What we have to do only is that we have to create a variable for the surname, we have to create a variable for date of birth, and then we have to combine here fname plus surname plus date of birth, and we can create the username. I hope this is easy. So what I will do now, I will just copy this code and would create the uh, here I will write command to get the output. Right, I created the username and allotting this variable the values of the text which is entered by the user here. Sorry, first name here, surname here, and date of birth. So whatever the value would be entered by the user, I would give that value to the username, and here I will get the output of that username. So whatsoever is stored in the username would be displayed. So now it's very easy. I'm going to copy this and Control C, enter, Control V. I will change this F name with S name. This is also with S name. As you can see that S name is there. So if it's enter double, you can get it. Okay, again enter. Now this is the DOB. So variable name is DOB, and I'm asking user to please give us the value of the date of birth. So whatsoever the value it will given, it will be stored there. So date of birth is the ID. This ID is basically used to recognize when we call a function, and this ID will be helpful to call us that particular variable or the element. So it's done. Three variables are, because there's a three text boxes, so three variables are generated. Empty span is generated once we have to generate. The only thing is here we also have to say that if f name is empty, then this one, and here we will say else if s name is equal to empty, then what do you please create an alert, copy this alert, Control C, paste here, and say please enter surname. Right, and if it's also entered, then we would say else if, sorry, here we will say else if dob is equal to empty, then again alert, please enter date of birth. Okay, so this is done, and otherwise we will say else, and no need for the create a new variable because it's already created variable username. So we'll just only say f name plus s name plus dob dot substring we will say 0 comma 4 and username. Hopefully close this one. This is okay. Now let's see. Click here. Yes, the message is saying first name. I enter Alan. Now I generate. It says please enter surname. So box, and then again I try. It says no, with date of birth is required. So from here I select the date of birth. Okay, now I create and Alan Box 2019, which is the required question, that when the generate username button is clicked, a username for the customer is generated below the button, which is you can see is generated. And the second part of the question says, please see, it says that the customer's username must be their forename, their surname, and the year of their birth joined together. So we can see that from here is the first name, forename, their surname is here, and the year of their birth is joined together. So the first part is done. Now we will move to the second part. Second part say that when the user should enter the password and confirm the password. It is very easy now for you guys. It should be very easy for you. We just have to repeat this code and generate them. So now that we can see from here that the code is this code is now for password is gen password. Here it was gen username, and now here it is gen password. So if in yeah, so we'll go here. Here we'll write the code again. We'll write function, and the function name is gen password. Gen password. Okay, the function is generated. Curly brackets, as you know, always the function after writing the function name, we open curly brackets, and in this curly bracket we write. So same we will write. There I will copy this, and I will write that okay, the variable, this variable is basically password, and document get element by, and the ID is password button, input ID is the password. So password dot value. So second one is again I'll copy, and the variable name is confirm password, and here again confirm password dot value. This is done. Now let's write the commands over here. Again you will write setting variables, and here setting, any idea what I'm going to write? Yes, setting empty span. Why? We want to create an, don't want the default reload, we want the fresh reload. So setting empty span, and what is that? Document dot get element by ID, and what is the ID for that? Is the message dot inner HTML is equal to empty and the semicolon. Then it is done. Now what would we want? We want that if the values are not given, then what should happen? If okay, so we say that if password is equal to empty, then sorry, then alert. Why not we copy that alert? Yeah, we copy here. C. So we write please enter password. Okay, if they enter the password, then what should happen? What we will write? Else if confirm password is equal to empty, then again alert, please confirm your password. Okay, so this is done. If both are done, then we can say else if password is not equal to confirm password, then what should happen? Then document dot get element by id, and id is message dot inner html is equal to what we want to write. We want to write that your password does not match. So we will write here the power stripe and bracket. And if now set the output if password matches. So if it matches, then what should? So the same message with else. As you know that if you are writing the last component, so then only else come. So here we will write starting computation, and you will write in this, you will write uh, your password has been set. So we will write here. Okay guys, let's see now that how our function work. I'm going to write F5 so it will refresh it. So first of all we will go here, we click here. So I was asking, I'm writing here again Alan, I'm writing box and the date of birth. So it's created, username is created. Now the password dd@123, dd@123, and okay, your password has been set. And if we don't match this, let's say it's 4, click here, your password did not match. So both the conditions are met. Now you can see that in the first question, they asked us to generate username. Button is clicked. The username for the customer is generate below the button. So this is met. When we click here, the username is clicked. Second part says that the customer's name must be forename, surname, and year. So that is also match. Here, there's also match. And then the third component say that please, when the submit password button is clicked, the message should appear return that your password has been set or your password did not match. So in both cases, you can see here that this part was it. This is working. I can show you it live. This is first F5 fresh. I'm entering first name. Let's say we write first name Koshi. F5 again. Yeah. Joshi. Surname is Koshi. And date of birth is this. So Joshi Koshi 2019 is generated. Password is SS at the rate 12 and SS at the rate 12. So this is done. Thank you very much guys for this video, and in the next video I will show you the answer for the question number 4B, which is very easy. It's not that complicated as this question number 4 was, so it's very easy. And in next video I will show you this question. I want to keep actually this question separate. That's what not showing. That's why not showing you the answer of this question. So answer of this question will be in the next very short video, so you can watch that. Thank you very much for your learning. If you have any question, please write in the comments, and I hope I will try to answer your questions. Thank you very much. Take care.